spend this entire report discussing something we've covered extensively in the past, which was brought up again with President Biden's recent claims that the government doesn't control the weather.
Now the claims are getting even more bizarre. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, a congresswoman from Georgia, is now saying the federal government is literally controlling the weather. We're controlling the weather. It's beyond ridiculous. It's got to stop.
This is a ridiculous claim on its face, and it's so easily disprovable not just by a montage of people openly discussing it for decades now.
The foundation for the development of a weather satellite that will permit man to determine the world's cloud layer and ultimately to control the weather, and he who controls the weather will control the world.
The Air Force has gotten great value out of HAARP in the past. We took it over from the Navy and managed it and actually did a number of experiment campaigns up there and have finished our work that we're interested in doing up there. We've moving on to other ways of managing the ionosphere, which the HAARP was really designed to do, was to inject energy into the ionosphere and be able to actually control it.
Another example is the array of technologies, often referred to collectively as geoengineering, that potentially could help reverse the warming effects of global climate change. One that has gained my personal attention is stratospheric aerosol injection.
Well, instead of doing a rain dance, we physicists are firing trillion-watt lasers into the sky to actually precipitate rain clouds and actually bring down lightning bolts.
Or declassified documents that talk about it, but simply by our nation's own laws, such as Public Law 94-490, otherwise known as the National Weather Modification Policy Act of 1976, which was passed October 13th of that year. The stated purpose of which, in part, is literally, quote, to develop practical methods and devices for weather modification. I mean, that's a law that was passed in this country. It was a program. I'm not even sure why we have to continue arguing about this at this point. It's not a theory, it's a fact, it's on record.
It's beyond ridiculous. It's got to stop.
By means of cloud seeding, atmospheric scientists are trying to find out if rain can be brought on prematurely in the clouds of a threatening thunderstorm. If it can, it might also be possible to reduce the destructive lightning discharges at the height of the storm.
I want you to stay on the field, please. Give us a field reading, and we have personnel wandering around outside.
Records are kept of the frequency and types of lightning strokes, of seeded and unseeded storms. Statistical analysis will tell if any significant modification has taken place.
89, that was a big one.
Investigating the detailed nature of such processes is the prelude to the possible control of some of the harmful aspects of the weather.
We're at this point in American history where trust in major institutions has fallen to all-time lows. And in an environment that's so shrouded in secrecy, this need-to-know basis we've all been living under since at least World War II, where transparency is nowhere to be found everywhere you look, speculation absolutely will proliferate. In that kind of environment, people are more likely to believe even fantastical conspiracies over anything that's coming out of the institutions that have lost their trust. That's why transparency is important, and we don't have that. We don't have it anywhere.